Okay, hopefully this is working. Been getting a lot of cool requests. A lot of people want to know, hundreds of emails a day, how I'm making these, how I make a tracker, like a habit tracker. I've developed a method that I think is very useful, and very smart and elegant, using Google Sheets. And yeah, I thought I would share that. So first thing you want to do, you want to make a new Google Sheet. I like to center everything nicely and center a line. Then you got to put the date. So let's pretend I'm making this for September 24. September 2nd, 24. And then you drag that. Okay, so maybe go one day into October, and then what I'm doing here is I like to highlight all that, and I go into the numbers and I make it a date. And then you can however you like the format. If you're new to Google Sheets, it's worth some exploration. I like it to say the day of the week, like that. So I'm gonna do day of the week, and yeah. Then what you want to do next is, change my mind. Let's put that as the columns. Let's put the dates as the columns. Let's do, and then we go. There we go. And we'll get rid of that. So then what you can do is you can highlight all those columns and double click and boops, makes them smaller, and then I can add some columns to the right, and I can look at that. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I've got this, I want to make it a habit tracker. So these are the dates, then here's going to be the habits. So every day I'd like to go for a jog. Every day I want to make sure I make my bed. Every day I want to make sure I go go poop. Did he really put that? I think he did. What else do people do every day? Eat a veggie. Have a fruit. Take a shower. Right? So maybe those are your habits. So then I'm going to grab all that, and I'm going to make it bordered. Okay? And then let's make this all maybe a little smaller so it all fits together a little nicer. Alright. And then let's add one more habit. Every day I'm gonna take out the trash. Okay. Okay. And then what you want to do is you also want to highlight this, give it the boxes, and then I go over the thicker boxes. Oh, hold on. Go for the thicker boxes. Let's do that around the outside and here as well. Thicker line around the outside, and I like to do it on the dates up top as well. Boom. Okay. Then at this point, something smart to do. We'll save that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the total. So I like to do this. This is where my trick comes into play. This is where we get interesting. So here I'm going to do equal sum, and I'm going to do from C4 down to C10. Whoops, C10. So that's going to add up everything in that column. Okay, and I'm going to test, make sure that's working. 4 plus 6 is 10. Cool. Then I'm going to drag that all the way down this way. Boop. Okay. Now, what you're going to do next is you're going to highlight everything you got here. You're going to go to the format. You're going to conditional formatting. Okay, then you're going to do a color scale. This is where it gets really clever. I'm going to have it do B2. Okay, so we're going to apply to, I'm sorry, let's do B4. B4 range. Okay, we're going to apply to that. We're gonna do the minimum number, so 0. If it's 0, we're gonna have it be, we'll do white, that's fine. And then the midpoint, I'd say like maybe, I'm gonna do 15. Okay, and then the max number, I'm gonna do 30. Okay, and then I'm gonna pick some cool colors. So I'm gonna say, let's do this is red, and then it turns to like a nice orange, or maybe let's do yellow. And then if I'm really killing it, I get the green. Bing! Right? Then I'm gonna add another rule where if it is greater than or equal to 31, I will do the blue. Boop, boop. Okay, put that up there. Okay. Okay, so now what I've got here is I've got a habit tracker that I can check in every day with. And then I'm gonna, here's what I'm gonna also do is I'm gonna freeze this. And then I'm gonna freeze this. A few more call it after freeze. And so that way I can scroll nicely. If I have a bunch of habits on my list, or if I have a bunch of days, I can scroll through. So then let's say it's Sunday, okay? Did I go for a jog that day? No. Did I make my bed? Yes. Did I go poop? Yes. Oh, hold on, let's make this even better. Hold on. We can do the conditional formatting. Add one more. If it is exactly 0, we're gonna do like a dark one with red writing. And I'm gonna put this one all the way at the top, so it's top priority. So if I miss a habit, I get that scary looking black and red. Ate a veggie? No. Had a fruit? Yep. Took a shower? Yep. Took out the trash? Nice. Alright, so then let's say Monday comes up. This day, I went for a jog. I did not make my bed. I did go poop. So what I do is I keep a streak. Boop. I did it 2 days in a row. Ate a veggie. That day I started. Had a fruit. Took a shower. Took out the trash. Nice. Then Tuesday comes along. Tuesday, I went for the jog. I made my bed. I went poop. I had a veggie. I did not have the fruit. Lost my streak on that. Took a shower. Nice. Took out the trash. Boom. Lost my streak, unfortunately. But as you can see, I'm still getting a score for every day. That's factoring in 2 things. Whether or not I did my habits, and also whether I'm maintaining a streak and doing them on a regular basis. The fuck? Alright, so let's say Wednesday comes along. I did everything. So everything goes up by 1. Okay. Bam, my score's going up. Next day, I did everything again. Okay. And then let's say I have a really good few days. Right? Everything's increasing, and you can see it's visually represented. And then I miss a few habits. Let's say I miss these ones, but I succeed here. Right? It's still reflected. Let's say I F that up, but I'm still maintaining my bed-making streak. I start back up with a poop. I did not poop on that Monday, unfortunately. I had a veggie, had a fruit, took a shower, took out the trash. Then the next day I got back to jogging, make my bed, did not poop. add a veggie, boom, right, and then everything on fire, everything firing all cylinders on that Thursday, whoops, right, and then let's say I continued perfectly all the way to the end of the month. So you can see the stuff that I maintain gets the color changes, you know, it gives me some like dopamine knowing that I'm succeeding because I'm seeing it change from dirty red to nice happy green, right? And then if I manage to get a 30-day streak of something going, you can see I get a special color, like even super special. Let's say I start out the month like already on like a 27-day showering streak, right? And you can see if I manage to do that, I would eventually get that special color and then just keep it, and every day I get that color. But you can see my little score down here really starts to add up, right? So let's keep this a little more realistic. Let's say I screw up a few things here and there. I have a bad streak of this, a bad streak of that, and when I fail, my numbers start to go back down. Boop. I'm going to do one last little tricky poo here that I think is pretty decent. So what you can finally also do, let's say you like this representation, it's cool, but you want to know how you're doing over time. So you can do the date. Let me put date by total. And I can do a nice cute little chart. Look at that. Right? I like the rounded outlines. I like to do a darker background. I like to make all the text colored white. Maybe make this a brighter blue. Put a trend line in there. I don't know, but whatever. You can see like, oh, I'm doing better and better and better. Like when I actually use these kinds of habit trackers, like I'm not that good at keeping my habits, so they usually kind of end up looking a little bit more poopy. So let me see. Let's say I screw this up, screw that up a day earlier. Screw this up a few days earlier. Right. This is like how it usually looks like in my actual life, because I often kind of crash and burn, lose all my progress on things, kind of have to restart. And I feel like it kind of highlights, you know, the likelihood in my life of things falling apart. Like, you know, you have these habits that you're trying to maintain every day, and yeah, you're just not always the best at maintaining them, and then, you know, 1 day skip turns to 2 day skip, turn to 3 day skip. So yeah, that's a better representation, I would say, but still I think it's a pretty sweet way to use a little habit tracker. And you know, there's a million habit tracker apps on Google Play Store or the Apple App Store that'll try to charge you money. That's messed up. You know, it should be free. You just make a Google Sheet just like I have shown you, and you can make this with like up to 20 habits, you know, as many as you want. You can make a new one every month, or you could just have it continue, and as I showed you, if you freeze these columns, you can kind of just keep scrolling, and you could put like a funny picture in here if you have like any funny pictures saved on your computer. I've got this Spanish parts of speech, I could put it in there, just if I want to decorate my tracker. Let's see. Yeah, just if I want to put that in there, just because it looks cool. Yeah, I love you guys a lot. Stay true to your heart.